Hey guys, so I realized I never posted the podcast I recorded a week ago, and I didn't record one this weekend, not really, I mean this is all you're gonna get, because I really hadn't knit much of anything. I've been working a lot on my temperature knit along beekeeper quilt for Eat Sleep Knit. They're doing like a temperature cal knit along, but I'm doing mine as a beekeeper quilt where I take each square and they're different temperatures throughout the day. So one of those is the high and one is the low. And just to kind of give you a quick update on where I'm at, I've got this much done. It is not even half of January. So, but it is really nice and thick, kind of like how, because it's two layers. I'm knitting the front and the back, so I'm not just knitting flat hexie puffs. They are actually hollow inside. I'm not filling them because they get really heavy. And so I just want to give you a quick little update on how my blanket is going. Let's see how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days. So not half of January, 14 days. Hasn't attached it yet. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to catch you up on. Hopefully there'll be another podcast coming out on Sunday. I do want to start a couple of things. And even though today is Thursday and Sunday is 3 days away, I have all of Saturday to be knitting. So we'll see what I can get done in time. If not, then I'll probably talk about some upcoming knitting plans. And yeah, so just in case you're wondering why you're getting a podcast in the middle of the week and where I was, it's not for lack of loving you, it's just for lack of time. But no matter if you meant to do something and you totally forgot, or you're sitting at home knitting away, I'll knit with you. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to I'll Knit With You. My name is Rebecca. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, and Steam. You can find show notes on the blog, owlknitwithyou.blogspot.com. You can come join the Ravelry group if you look for Owl Knit With You, or you can email me, owlknitwithyou@gmail.com. Hi guys, how are all my owls and my yous? Yes, it has only been 1 week since I've talked to you guys, so I don't have a ton of stuff to show you. I was going to tell you all the exciting things that I did living in New York this week, but mostly I've just gone to work and come home and gone to work and come home, which is not always the most exciting. I've been back to meal prepping some, which is pretty great. I actually have food in the oven right now. Don't worry, I've got plenty of time. And I'm making some food that I can eat now and also freeze some for lunches. So that's kind of the plan. The most interesting thing that I've picked out from once a month meals for this go around of meals is Thai peanut chicken sliders. And I had to buy ground chicken, which was pretty easy to find here. And I'm not sure how easy time I would have had at home since I've never really looked for it before. But I'm making kind of this enchilada dish for lunch, and then I may make the chicken sliders for dinner, and that way that's the last two things I have on my list. It's pretty exciting stuff. I didn't see any fun movies this week. I really want to go see Us, but I haven't done it yet. And it's just kind of been like colder than I thought this week would be and a little rainy, so that's kind of what happens. I have made some time to play with my Cricut some more since it had been a while since I've done that. I made a really cool sign for my Wi-Fi, which I'll show a picture of here. I did this by cutting out the outline in one color and the words in another color, and that's my Wi-Fi name and my password, which you guys aren't here, so there's not a good chance you can use it. But that way, when my guests come over, I don't have to spell everything for them or explain to them what it is. I can just be like, oh, there's the Wi-Fi sign. It's right over there. And that way they can just type it into their phones. So that was pretty exciting. I've also cut out this. It's a fox. Yeah, it's really pearlescent. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up. So this is a fox, which I hope you can kind of see. It's like, actually have it another, so this is another copy of it, which I now realize you can't see at all because, here, how's that? So this is what the fox looks like. It has this pearlescent version that I've made, and also this maroon version that I've made. The pearlescent version is just regular vinyl, so I'm going to probably paint. I bought some canvases from Michael's that I did for the Wi-Fi thing, and I'm going to paint a canvas and then put this pearlescent one on there so I can have some shiny wall art. And I was talking to my brother while I was, when you pick out all the little pieces, because you have to pick all of those out, That's called weeding. So while I was weeding that one, my brother called and we talked for a little while. And he's like, well, you're going to make it into a shirt? And I was like, oh, that'd be really cool. And I have some maroon vinyl I bought that I never made shirts with. So then I cut out another one and spent the next few hours weeding that out because that takes quite a bit of time if you look at all that detail. So I thought I had a gray shirt that I had intended to iron things on, and now of course it's missing. So that will soon be a shirt. Maybe I can show that to you guys next week. The adventures of Cricut stuff. But when you cut out something for a t-shirt, you cut it in the reverse. So it's actually facing this way, and then I'll iron it on with the plastic side up and then iron it down. It's not really plastic, it's some sort of ironable plastic cover. So that was a lot of fun, and that was most of my yesterday. But I do have some woes and some woes to show you. I mentioned my temperature tracking blanket, the beekeeper's the beekeeper's quilt that I'm modifying to be a temperature blanket. So here's what I have so far. It's not very big, won't even keep my lap warm, but I went ahead and started joining all of them together to kind of get a visual of how it would look. And I have the highs on this side and the lows on this side to kind of go down. It'll actually be facing this way as a blanket. It'll be facing this way as a blanket, sorry. So that way all of them are consistent. And then since I have a Cricut, one thing I'm thinking is that for these little outlying pieces here that are kind of like indented and kind of feel like they're an open space, I may knit half a hexie and then do all of the individual colors all the way up. And I can say like March 2019, because I can iron on the text. And I can say for like, maybe it's this color, and I say this is the whatever range of temperatures. And so that would kind of be a fun way to combine the two interests I have right now, Cricuts and knitting. So we'll see if I do that or not. I have mixed feelings about ironing onto knitting, but since this is all pretty much the same yarn, I could do a test hexie and test on it, but I don't think I could burn this yarn. There's not acrylic in it or anything that would melt. So there we are so far, not very big. So I plan on knitting some more of those today. I really want to get caught up, and it's going to take me a while to catch up. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to do each one. So these 5 are, 5 hours of work. And I started on my next one right here. And I'm just going to keep chugging along. I do actually have one that's not joined because I did a couple out of order to see if I liked all the colors together. So it's this one. You can put it in front of there so you can see it a little bit better. I do think I like it so far. It's like this really variegated yarn is enough to pull all the rest of these kind of together, I feel like. And of course there'll be some of the brighter colors sitting next to these bright ones on the next month for February. This is January. So that's pretty exciting. That right now, I had it living in a fat squirrel bag last week, but then I really wanted to be able to see it all when I put it away for the night. So it's in this clear tote so that I can get all of my pieces in there, which is pretty exciting. It's my one woe right now. I do have a Deafeated FOes. I finished my shawl that I was working on last week, and it's all done. Check that out. It's pretty great, right? So there you go. I think I was pretty close to finish the last time you saw it, and now it is completely done. I'm still trying to figure out where to block here because all of my floors are wood and I don't want them just absorbing a bunch of water. So I've got a drying rack that I keep near my bathroom, and I put it in my tub and lie things over to dry. But the problem is that I sometimes get bumps if the drying rack kind of has them sit in awkward places. This one's got a bump near the top. I don't know if you can see that. It's like right up here where it kind of sticks out funny. But maybe as I wear it, it'll stretch out over time and you won't be able to tell. But this is the Plum Cove shawl. I did it for a Super Summer Knit Together teacher, SSK. Oh my gosh, none of those are the right words. I did it for the Super Summer Knit Together teacher knit along, where you pick out things that are going to be from the teachers at SSK, and then you can make their stuff for points. And this is all hip strings yarn that I've spun. There's great details on my project page. I would give you the finished numbers, but I don't have them yet. I need to finish weighing all of my yarn so I know for sure what it all comes out to be. I haven't done that. And I have to turn this in for a Harry Potter class like before the end of the day, or I will fail this month, and I can't have that. And I also will be turning in some of the Hexie Puffs from the Beekeeper's quilt too. So I know that's a super short episode, but I'm doing my best to do a weekly episode, so they're just going to be shorter. And then hopefully I will have enough content every week. There'll be some weeks where I have family visiting or friends visiting me, or I just don't have time to get in front of a camera, or, you know, sometimes you get sick. But I'm doing my best to be in front of you guys as many weekends as I can, I'll put it that way. So whether you're on top of all of your to-dos on your to-do list, or maybe you're straddling a little bit, either way, I'll knit with you. Bye, guys.